NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Howell throwing on third down here. He's got this complete to Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Howell's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
Man, it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. On second down, Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll go play action. Howell eluding the pressure right. Oh, Howell loses it, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Howell to the air on first and 10. And this one too low.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he'll be taken down near the 20 and the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
You better be careful. Throwing in too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Patterson's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now they go play action with Howell. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. The Vikings at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
The clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. On play action, they'll throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
The score, Vikings 7, Elks 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. It's Howell. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the car blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for the touchdown. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
18 Cardinal. Check.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to move back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
Next to score, Vikings 14.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Third and long, here's Howell. Going for the deep ball. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Chris Godwin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And this is caught by Williams. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Howell. They'll find Williams on the slant. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Williams, a man in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Patterson's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And we will not see a return to As this will be a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Running off tackle with Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for the offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On 2nd down, Cook. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run again on 1st down. Cook down to about the 22 here. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Yeah, he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running for it, here's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Vikings are looking like they'll move to 6-1 as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. From the 24, Howell. This one swung out to Montgomery. It'll go as a gain of 4, and now it's 3rd and 3. With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Howell throwing on 1st down here. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a fourth quarter pick six here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick six, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Here's Howell to throw on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this run.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance.
Touchdown, Vikings! Mark Andrews, 27 yards. And the Vikings are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. Flush to his right. He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Faking the handoff, Howell. Flushed out right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And Howell will throw it. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Out of the gun, it's Howell. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now they go play action with Howell. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again.
Complete to Jamar Chase. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
It's Howell with another throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Loss of 5 yards. It's 2nd down and goal.
Another try after the first down sack. Howell eluding the pressure right. And the pressure gets to him again. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Howell, 3rd and goal. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. Fourth down, Howell. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
Drop 60, drop 60.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Looking downfield for Godwin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And it's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
forward. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. After the sack on first down, Howell got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It'll be a pick on the 15 as that'll lead to third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Third and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
With one final shot. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think.
Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers.